In this video, I'm going to show you how to put the past behind, to let go, and not just start living well, but to start thriving as well. Now, I've suffered from plenty of bad experiences, some of which were traumas that bothered me for years. But today, you're going to learn some tips to deal with letting go of the past so you can start living a happier life immediately. Now, letting go of the past is one of the most important things anyone can start to do to start living a happier and healthier life. But this sounds a lot easier said than done. We've all had bad experiences in the past, whether it be getting over a breakup, from being dumped, getting over an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, or even other things like being fired from work, getting over family who abused you when you were younger, getting over people who disrespected you and you wish you could get revenge on, and so on. Now, it's easy to want to dwell in the past. You just wish these people got a taste of what they deserved. They didn't show you empathy and compassion for all the pain and suffering you went through. It isn't fair. They got off the hook. You didn't get the justice you rightfully deserved. Now, ask yourself, what are you actually accomplishing though by holding on to the past? Even though you were right and these people were the wrong ones and they should have been punished for how they treated you. Has your life improved by holding on to this hate and resentment and your desire that these people would be punished and you got your justice and that you were the one who was correct? Are you actually happier and healthier each time you dwell on this injustice from the past? You probably aren't. And that's why Confucius once said that when you contemplate revenge, you better start digging two graves. One for the people you hate, but also for yourself. And the Buddha also said that holding on to anger is like holding on to hot coal. Now, are you really willing to inflict that much harm onto yourself just to prove that you're right, just so that these other people get punished and you get your justice? Do you really want these people who are below you, who are trash, to have so much more mental control over you? Because that's basically what you're doing. You're basically allowing them to have mental control over you because you're focusing so much of your time and energy on them. Now, don't you think that a better way to get revenge, a better way to stick it to those people is to live well without them? So that way they wish they still had you and instead of just dismissing you like you didn't matter. Now, here's some more motivation for why you should want to let go of the past. I'm going to give you an example of, let's say we have some guy who's having trouble letting go of his ex-girlfriend who dumped him. Now, let's say he only has two options. The first one is he can get his revenge by tracking down his ex and finding a way to make her life hell. He could, for example, smash her car up, spread vicious rumors about her online, whatever. Now, what's a possible outcome of this? One possible outcome is that she could fight back against him and make his life hell as well. Maybe she also decides to trash up his car. Another possible outcome is that she completely forgets about him because she finds another guy and she's completely happy with him. Now, let's look at the second option, which is that he doesn't do any revenge. He instead decides to just quickly move on. He works on self-improvement by doing well in his career. He starts taking care of his appearance and so on. What's the possible outcome of this? He could find a new girlfriend so that this new girlfriend could even be an improvement over his ex. Maybe she's more attractive. Maybe she's treats him a lot better. Or if he doesn't even find a new girlfriend, what if he, for example, does so well with his life due to improvements such as making more money that he doesn't even need a girlfriend at all? Now, doesn't this sound like a much better option than that first one? Now, I feel like when we dwell on the past and refuse to move on, we're do this because we're basically admitting to ourselves that we can't do better. For example, the guy in the example I just mentioned would keep dwelling on the past if he didn't have enough confidence in himself to be happy without his ex or to find a new and better girlfriend. So, now I gave you some motivation for letting go of the past. How exactly do you do it? What if you don't have enough confidence in yourself to start living a happier life without those people who mistreated you? Now, I myself struggled with this for years. I know many people have recommended that the best way to get revenge is to live well and to obtain massive success and to not even bother with revenge. But I found out just hard to do, and it was because I didn't believe in myself. I just felt like I didn't have any control over my thoughts. So that even if I did want to obtain success, thinking about the past just kept blocking me and preventing me from focusing on my present life. Now, I'm going to talk about something that actually helped me. And this helped me far more than any other advice. So here's my advice for what really helped me let go of the past. So first, to talk about what I'm going to suggest, I first recommend that, and if you want to try this out for yourself, you first need to find a quiet place, such as your bedroom, with no distractions. Just sit down by a desk and just start imagining your past bad experiences and your traumas. Now, I know this is not easy because dealing with your past and traumas can be quite painful. We all want to just put that behind us. But for this, I'm just asking that you revisit your past for a bit. And as you do so, I want you to feel those really negative emotions you felt at that time. The shame and the fear you felt at the time. The rage and the hatred you felt towards the other person. Then, as you're doing this, I want you to write down on a piece of paper the thoughts and feelings you had. Now, it's important to let this out instead of just continue to suppress these thoughts and feelings. Then, after you do this for a few minutes, writing down the feelings and the really painful experiences you felt at that time, I then want you to just tear up this paper. Just shred it into pieces. By doing this, you're basically saying that your hatred and resentment no longer matters. It's all just in the past. That our person no longer matters. That are just in the past and they no longer have any power over you. You are completely over the past. Now, as you shred up this piece of paper, you may have a race of thoughts from your ego saying, how could you just let go of the past? What about those people who mistreated you? They weren't punished. You would then say, the past is behind me. Those people no longer have any power over me. All that negativity is in those little scattered pieces of papers that were shredded up. And that's it. Each time your mind tries to remind you of the past, bad experiences, the traumas, you would just tell yourself, nope, it's all in the past. It's all in those shredded pieces of papers. Now, by doing this, you actually will have obtained much better revenge on those who wronged you than if you just kept wasting your mental energy, even thinking about these people who don't even deserve your time and energy. Because your time and energy should be spent on your own happiness, your own passions, your own interests and ambitions in life. Because life is so short, and not on these negative people who have nothing going for themselves, who are so low that they just want to drive you down to their level and project their misery onto you. Now, reading about letting go of the past didn't work for me, so that's why I talked about my suggestion of write about your past bad experiences, the people who mistreated you in the past. Just write about it on a piece of paper, and then after you're done writing about all the past hardships you went through with these people, just shred up that piece of paper, and, that should help you get over those past bad experiences. Focusing on attaining success wasn't easy for me because I just kept thinking about the past. But this method of shredding up my past negative experiences helped tremendously. So this concludes my video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, before you go, I just want to ask you guys to leave a comment in this video sharing your opinion. Did you enjoy this video? If so, please click on the like button and subscribe. I'll see you next time.